Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to Unacademy. In today's session, we are going to discuss the quant section of CAT 2018 Slot 1. I am Ajay Sareen, a BTech in Electronics and Instrumentation. I am a 100 percentiler in Quant and DA section of CAT 2014. Got 99.99 in 15, 99.98 in 16 and 99.97 percentile in 2020. These are our official Telegram channels. I request each and every student to please join them so that we guys can communicate about all the classes which we are conducting for you. And you can always raise your queries which we all can answer so that we all are always on the same page. Plus subscription is available for all MBA aspirants for a period of 6, 18 and 24 months. Wherein 6 months will cost you 16,400, 18 months will cost you 28,550, and 24 months will cost you 32,800. You can use my code SAREEN10 to avail 10% off while taking admission in any of the batch. Iconic subscription has all the benefits of Plus. Along with it, you will be getting one-to-one live doubt solving by experts, one-to-one live concept discussion with experts, one-to-one live mentorship by top B school grads, and you can book slot as per your convenience. Iconic subscription has proved to be very, very beneficial to those who are weak in either one of the section or maybe all the sections. Because in Iconic subscription, you get personalized attention and all your doubts or queries are addressed properly. So here, 6 months will cost you 25,800, 12 months will cost you 39,500, and 24-month program will cost you 59,999. On using my code SAREEN10, you can avail 10% off on the total fee. So let's get started. So as it is a recording of the session, so I request each and every student to please pause the video, try the questions on your own, only then move on to next set of questions. And usually students keep on asking me that how you manage to solve entire section in 1 hour. So keeping that thing also in mind, I will try to complete entire section in somewhere around 1 hour, right? So please stay tuned with me. If you have any doubt, you can always send me your queries on my Telegram channel, which I already mentioned in the beginning. So here is the first question where he says, let x, y, z be 3 positive real numbers in a GP such that x is less than y less than z. So if x, y, z are in GP, can I say if x is a, y will be a into r and z will be a into r square. And if it is increasing GP, then the value of r must be greater than 1. Only then z will be more than y, which in turn will be more than x. Now also given to me is 5x, 16y and 12z are in AP. Then the common ratio of the GP is. So we are required to find the value of r. Because these 3 terms are in GP, so we can say twice the middle term, which is 32y, equals sum of the 2 extremes, which is 5x plus 12z. We just need to substitute the values of x, y, z as AR, A and AR square, and we can see A get cancelled out throughout and we end up with a GP, with a quadratic equation. Now we just need to solve it for the value of r, right? So we need to separate the middle term so that we can find the roots of this particular equation, right? So we can see 12 into 5 is 60 and 30 into 2 is 60. So you can write 32r as 30r minus 2r plus 5 equals 0. So we can take 6r common out of these two and minus 1 common out of these two into 2r minus 5 is 0, which gives us r is either equivalent to 1 by 6 or 5 by 2. So we just need to consider that value of r which is greater than 1. It comes out to be 5 by 2. So correct answer option is 3. Here he says a tank is fitted with pipes, some filling it and the rest draining it. All filling pipes fill at the same rate and all draining pipes drain at the same rate. So let's say the filling pipes fill at the rate of X liter per hour and the draining pipes drain at the rate of Y liters per hour. The empty tank gets completely filled in 6 hours when 6 filling and 5 draining pipes are on. So guys, can I say that in this case, capacity of the tank will be the amount of work done by this minus the amount of work done by this. ये पाइप 1 घंटे में x लीटर भरती है, तो अगर ऐसी 6 पाइप्स हैं तो उन्होंने 1 आवर में 6x फिल किया होगा, और अगर ऐसी 5 पाइप्स हैं तो इन्होंने 5y ड्रेन कर दिया होगा. तो दिस विल बी द अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर फिल्ड इन द टैंक इन 1 आवर. और अगर इन्होंने 6 आवर काम किया तो 6 आवर्स में इतना पानी भरा होगा, विच इज नथिंग बट कैपेसिटी ऑफ द टैंक. बट दिस टाइम बिकम्स 60 आवर्स when 5 filling and 6 draining pipes are on. Going by the same logic, can I say capacity of the tank is still going to be the same? So we can equate the two equations by 5x minus 6y. This is the work done in 1 hour times 60 gives me the capacity of the tank. So we can see 6 get cancelled out here. It gives us 6x minus 5y equal 50x minus 60y. So 60 comes here and minus 5 makes it 55 by 6 goes over there and 50 minus 6 comes out to be 44x and 11 get cancelled out here. So x comes out to be 5 by 4 of y, or you can say 1.25 by. So question says in how many hours will the empty tank get completely filled when 1 draining and 2 filling pipes are on. So if 1 draining pipe is on and 2 filling pipes are on, then the work done will be 2x minus y per hour, right? Which should divide the total capacity of the tank, which is 6x minus 5y into 6. This is the total capacity and this is the amount of work done per hour. When you divide these two, you will be getting the time in which the tank gets filled. Now we just need to replace x with y to make our calculation easier. So x is 1.25y. When you multiply it with 6, it comes out to be 7.5y. So 6 5s are 30, 6 2s are 12 plus 3 15, and 1 carried ahead makes it 7.5y minus 5y into 6 divided by, here it is 2x. So twice of x will be 2.5y minus y. So difference of these two is 2.5y into 6 upon difference of these two is 1.5y. And we can see y and y get cancelled out, and 1.5 times 4 is 6 and 2.5 times 4 comes out to be 10, which is the required answer in this case. So I request each and every student to please keep checking the solutions, right, only after you have attempted the question, so that you can very well understand that how the question is to be solved in the actual exam and what all you are missing, if anything is missing, right? So that will be addressed and your learning scale will be much better. Here it says given that x raised to power 2008 into y raised to power 2017 results in 1 by 2, and x raised to power 2016 y raised to power 2019 equal 8, then we are required to find value of x square plus y cube. Just by looking at the equations, देख के समझ आ रहा है इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई किया तो बचा 1 by 2 और इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई किया तो बचा 2 क्यूब. तो guys, can I say y का वैल्यू शुड बी 2 which makes it 2019 और x का वैल्यू शुड बी 1 by 2 which makes it 2016. Again, if y is 2 and x is 1 by 2, so we are getting the desired results. Alright, so you were not supposed to solve this equation. You just need to observe it for the values. So if x is 1 by 2, x square will be 1 by 4. And if y is 2, 2 cube is 8, which results in a sum of 33 by 4. So the correct answer option is 4. Here it says point P lies between points A and B such that the length of BP is thrice of AP. So if this is x, this is going to be 3x. Car 1 starts from A and moves towards B. Simultaneously, car 2 starts from B and moves towards A. Car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. So let's say the time taken by car A to reach here is t hours, right? So then the time taken by car 2 to reach here. So the question says simultaneously car 2 starts from B. So both of them started at the same time, right? So it will be t plus 1 hours. Now it says car 2 reaches P 1 hour after car 1 reaches P. If the speed of car 2 is half of car 1, so what is the speed of car 1? A distance of x is covered at in t hours, so speed will be x by t. Speed of car B will be 3x upon t plus 1, and speed of car 2, right, is half of car 1. So we just need to multiply it with half to make our equation. Now the question says, then the time in minutes taken by car 1 in reaching P from A is. So we are required to find the value of t. And we can see x get cancelled out. So just cross multiply t plus 1 equals 60 or 5t equal 1. So t comes out to be 1 by 5 of an hour. When you multiply it with 60, the result gets converted to minutes. So answer comes out to be 12 minutes. So please observe the entire scenario in this case. If any student has a doubt, you can always raise your queries on my Telegram channel. I will answer all these, whatever you are not able to understand. Here we are given a few relations in log and we are required to find the value of a plus b. Now in order to solve it, we just need to take anti-log. So keep in mind, if log a to the base b is c, on taking anti-log, a comes out to be b raised to power c. Which means when you will remove this log, it will become 2 raised to power 3, which is 8. 8 minus 5 will be 3. So a comes out to be, when you remove this log, 3 raised to power 3, which is 27. Likewise, when you remove this log, it becomes 5 raised to power 3, which is 125. 4 times a will be 4 into 27, which is 108. Plus 12 comes out to be 120. Right? So 125 minus 120 comes out to be 5. So when you remove this log, b comes out to be 2 raised to power 5, which is 32. So required answer will be 27 plus 32, which is equivalent to 59. So the correct answer option will be 4. I choose not to write unnecessary equations because these type of questions can be answered very easily and quickly if you do it orally like this. I hope you all are able to understand the concept. So this is the only thing we have used. So if you have any doubt, do let me know. I will answer them in the Telegram channel. Now here it says a trader sells 10 liters of a mixture of paints A and B, where the amount of B in the mixture does not exceed that of A. So B का जो amount है, right, it will not exceed that of A. तो क्या होगा? या तो A के equal होगा या A से कम होगा. ये ध्यान में रखना है. B will be either less than or equal to A. So if B is equal to A, it means दोनों 5 liters होंगे. Right? So if B is more than 5, it becomes 4, which is not possible. So the value of B has to be less than 5, right? So I am writing it here. And the value of A shall be greater than or equal to 5. So that is the condition given to me. The cost of paint A per liter is rupee 8 more than that of paint B. So let's assume cost of paint B is rupee X per liter So that of paint A given to me is x plus 8 per liter. If the trader sells the mixture for rupee 264 and makes a profit of 10%, which means cost will be 264 upon 1.1. So 11 2s are 22, 11 4s are 44, results in 240. Then the highest possible cost of paint B in rupee per liter is. So we need to maximize the value of X. So if I assume that the quantity of B that is being used, all right, is let's say B and that of A is A, or if you take it take this as A, other will be 10 minus A, so you can take any of the values you feel comfortable with, will not make much of a difference because some of the two already given to me is 10 liter. So the average value of these two, right, comes out to be 240. So let's like simplify this, making equation. It gives you total cost of A will be x plus 8 into A, of B will be x into 10 minus A, which equals 240. Right? So now in this case, when you open up the bracket, it becomes x into A plus 8A plus 10x minus AX is equal to 240. So this get cancelled out, gives us an equation 8A plus 10x equal to 40. As we want to maximize x, so 10x will be equivalent to 240 minus 8A, which means we have to minimize the value of A. जितना छोटा वैल्यू सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे रिजल्ट उतना बड़ा होगा. Now what can be the minimum value of A? A is greater than equal to 5, which means the minimum value of A will be 5 only. So 8 into 5 is 40 and 240 minus 40 is 200. So X comes out to be 20, which is the required answer itself. So I request each and every student to please try to understand the concept. If you have any doubt in this, do let me know. I will answer each and every query. Here it says, in a circle, two parallel chords on the same side of a diameter have lengths 4 and 6 centimeter. If the distance between these chords is 1 centimeter, then the radius of the circle in centimeter is. So first of all, in order to solve it, we are required to frame a circle, right, with two chords in between it. So just give me a sec, let me draw a circle. So it will look like this. So two parallel chords are on the same side of the diameter. So if this is your diameter, both the chords are parallel to each other and are on the same side and have lengths 4 and 6 centimeter. If the distance between these chords is 1, so I am just going to draw perpendicular from the center, and this value given to me is 1. Then he says, what is the radius of the circle? Right? So when you draw perpendicular on the chord, it always bisects the chord. So half of 4 will be 2 and half of 6 will be 3, which is the length of this line segment and this line segment. If I introduce a radius in this case, that can be introduced very easily by joining center of the circle with one of the end of the chords. So if I join these two, and this is radius, it will enable me to figure out this value. Likewise, when I join these two, it is again radius, it will enable me to figure out this value. And can I say difference of these two values is equivalent to 1? That will give me an equation in terms of R, and that is the only thing we are required. So let's calculate OA first. So OA will be R square minus 2 square, which is 4 under the root. On the other side, let's calculate OB. That will be R square minus 3 square, which is 9 under the root. And difference of these two is given to me as 1. And question says, what is the value of R? So instead of wasting time on solving this, best possible thing will be take help of answer options. Just check it out, which will fit in perfectly. If you take root 12 as radius, so root 12 square will be 12. 12 minus 4 is 8, and 12 minus 3 is 9 is 3. So we can clearly see that the values are in square roots, their difference won't be equal to 1. If you take root 14, 14 minus 4 is 10, 14 minus 9 is 5, still the values are in square root. When you take 13, 13 minus 4 is 9, whose square root is 3. And 13 minus 9 will be 4, whose square root is 2, and difference of the 2 is 1, which is the required value. So correct answer option comes out to be 3. So please, I request each and every student not to square both the sides. इक्वेशन बना के आर की वैल्यू निकालने के लिए टाइम वेस्ट मत करो when options are always there. Alright, so that will save a lot of time of us. Okay, here he says, if among 200 students 105 like pizza, 134 like burger, then the number of students who like only burger can possibly be. He is not saying कि इतना ही होगा, he is saying क्या वैल्यू हो सकता है पॉसिबली, वो बताओ. नाउ द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग दैट वी नीड टू डू इज वी नीड टू ड्रॉ अ वेन डायग्राम which will look like this for set of 2. All right, so 105 like pizza and 134 like burger, and there are a total of 200 students given to me. Then the number of students who like only burger, so this is the value when it comes to only burger, can possibly be. So let's assume the number of students who like both are x in number. So number of students who like only pizza will be 105 minus x, and those who like only burger will be 134 minus x. Along with it, there will be certain set of students who like none of the two, so I am taking it as n. Now sum of these values is given to me equal to 100. So which gives me 105 minus x, x get cancelled out. 105 plus 134 adds up to 239 minus x plus n equal to 100. So difference of these two is 39. So it gives me n minus x is equivalent to 39. So we just need to observe this equation for a possible value of 134 minus x. So please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. So if I observe the value of n minus x in this case, can I say if x is 0? In that case, n comes out to be 39. If x is 1, n comes out to be 40. So the way the value of x is increasing, n is also increasing. So we just need to think of what can be the maximum value of either n or x. Is it done? Right? So what can be the maximum value of x which can be common among these two? That will enable you to think of the maximum value of n as well. Right? So there are 105 students who like pizza. There are 134 students who like burger. Right? So if all 134 students, if I say like either pizza or burger, so if I take all 134 students either like pizza or burger, so this value at most can be 105. Please check it out. So if this is 105, in that case, right, if the value of x is 105, then in that case the other value comes out to be 105 plus 39. Is it done? Which is equivalent to 144. So एक बार प्लीज सभी स्टूडेंट से देख लो, किसी को कोई डाउट है टू लेट मी नो. डन. एक सेकंड, मैंने ये इक्वेशन उल्टा लिख दिया, मैं वही देख रहा हूं गड़बड़ क्यों हो रहा है. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेक, मैं इसे सीधा करके लिखूं ये सारा का सारा तभी गड़बड़ आ रहा है वैल्यू सेट, साइन मैंने गलत लिख दिया है। सो यहां पर x माइनस एन आना था इक्वल 39, राइट। सो x का जो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू है डेट इज 105, राइट। तो n comes out to be 105 minus 39 which is equivalent to 66. Now it makes sense. All right. Now based on the same, we need to figure out the range of 134 minus x. So if x is 105, so 134 minus 105 comes out to be 29. And when it is 66, 134 minus 66, we were required the value of x. So 134 minus 39. So minimum value is 39. 134 minus 39 comes out to be 95. So this is the range of values of 134 minus x. So इसी में से we can clearly see it can never be 96. Right? Likewise, it can never be 23. It can never be 26. So the question was, which of the following can be a possible value? So the correct answer option comes out to be 93, which falls in the given range. Here it says, in an apartment complex, the number of people aged 51 years and above is 30, and there are at most 39 people whose ages are below 51. So जिनका एज 51 या 51 से ज्यादा है वो एग्जैक्टली 30 है, और जिनका एज इज बिलो 51 वो एट मोस्ट 39 है, which means it can be any value less than equal to 39. The average age of all the people in the apartment complex is 38 years. In सभी का average age given to me is 38. So he says, what is the largest possible average age in years of the people whose ages are below 51 years? तो हमें इनका बताना है मैक्सिमम एज क्या हो सकता है, राइट। सो यहां पर जिनका एज 51 से ज्यादा है, राइट, दे आर गिवन टू मी आर 30 इन नंबर. सो दैट इज द नंबर ऑफ पीपल. जिनका एज 51 से कम है, they are at most 39, so the value will be 39 or less than 39. All right. Now in this case, we first of all need to figure out the average age of all these people. So let's assume average age of all the people jinka age is less than 51 is x years, and jinka age is greater than equal to 51 is y years. Now, with the help of this information, we need to frame my equation. I am writing it as n. So, can I say average age given to me is 38, which must be equivalent to n into x plus 30 into y divided by total number of people, which is n plus 30. So, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. So, when you cross multiply, it gives you 38n plus 38 into 30 equal n into x plus 30y. Right? Question says, what is the largest possible average age of the people whose ages are below 51? So we need to figure out the value of x, maximize x. So if you want to maximize x, we need to think of what kind of value of n should be. So if I take 30y on the other side, it gives me nx is equivalent to 38n plus 38 into 30 minus 30y. So we want to maximize this, and there are two variables here, right? So the value which is getting subtracted, can I say that should be smallest possible? In minimum value of y, we can clearly see will be 51 itself. Right? In order to maximize the value of x, can I say the value of n in this case shall be again maximum possible as much as it can be, right? So that comes out to be straight base 39 only, but that can eventually be figured out as well. All right. because you will be getting x into, when you bring this value here, n is common between these two, so it will be x minus rather 38 is equivalent to product of these two. 3 8s are 24, 2 will be carried, 3 3s are 9 plus 2 11, minus 0 will be as it is, 3 1s are 3, and 3 times 5 is 15, and difference of these two comes out to be a negative of 0 as it is. 13 minus 4 is 9, 4 minus 1 is 3, so we just need to adjust a negative sign here. N into 38 minus x will be equivalent to 390. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. So in this case, if you want to maximize x, so this is the value which is getting subtracted, right? अगर आप x को मैक्सिमाइज करना चाहते हो तो n की वैल्यू कैसी रखोगे, छोटी या बड़ी? ऑब्वियसली बड़ी रखोगे, तो n की मैक्सिमम वैल्यू कितनी होगी? दैट विल बी 39 itself, because it is less than equal to 39. So when you keep it 39, it get cancelled out here and gives you 38 minus x is equivalent to 10, and the value of x comes out to be 28. So the correct answer option is second. So please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. If still anyone has a doubt, do let me know on the Telegram group itself. Here it says, given an equilateral triangle T1 with side 24, a second triangle T2 is formed by joining midpoints of the sides of T1. So आपको एक equilateral triangle given है whose side is 24. आपने इसके midpoints को join करके एक और triangle बनाया. Then a third triangle T3 is formed by joining the midpoints of the sides of T2. If this process of forming triangles is continued, the sum of areas of infinitely many such triangles will be. So जब भी आपके पास कोई भी एक ट्राइंगल है इक्विलैटरल, आप उसके मिड पॉइंट्स को ज्वाइन करके ट्राइंगल जब फ्रेम करोगे, then area of this triangle will be 1/4 of the previous triangle. Alright? So we all know area of this triangle can be calculated as √3/4 into 24 square. Alright? So I am taking it as A. So if area of T1 is A, that of T2 will be A by 4, that of T3 will be A by 16, and it will be continued up to infinity. So it is nothing but a sum of infinite GP, which is given by first term upon 1 minus common ratio. 1 minus 1 by 4 is 3 by 4. 4 goes to the numerator upon 3, and value of A is √3/4 into 24 square, which is 576. This get cancelled out, right? So you can cancel out either 3 in this case or √3. If you observe answer options, √3 is multiplied in all the cases, so it's better that you cancel out 3. 3 1s are 3, bacha 27. 3 9s are 27, 3 2s are 6, so answer comes out to be 192 √3. A very easy question, and we have done many questions like this in earlier classes as well. So just observe them. If any student has any doubt, do let me know. Okay, so here we were given a equation and we need to find the value of u plus 3v out of this. In order to solve it, I'm just going to expand this so as to understand what all is given to me. So it is u square. So a plus b plus c whole square is a square plus b square plus c square. So plus ab. तो जब आप इन दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करोगे, राइट, तो इट विल बी विद अ नेगेटिव साइन, सो इट विल बी minus of 2 into u into minus 2v, which is 4 times ub. So minus minus becomes plus, so that will be plus 4 times v, and this is still going to be negative, so that will be minus 2u, and take these values on the other side, so that will be plus sign 4 times vu plus 4 times v square equals 0. So first of all, we need to simplify this. U square and u square adds up to 2u square. 4v square and 4v square adds up to 8v square. Then there is a term minus 4uv and there is a term plus 4uv, these terms get cancelled out, right? Then we are left with plus 4b minus 2u, and there is plus 1, so you can write it anywhere you feel like, right? Now, in order to simplify this, we just need to complete the squares in terms of u and in terms of v. So, अगर मैं इन दोनों में से 2 कॉमन निकालूं, तो you will be getting u square minus u. Now, in order to complete the square, I need to add 1 by 4, right, which is half the coefficient of u whole square. और जो भी आप ऐड करोगे वो सब्ट्रैक्ट भी करोगे, क्योंकि बाहर 2 है ब्रैकेट में, तो माइनस 1 by 2 हो जाएगा. When you take 2 common out of these two, it is 4v square plus 2v. So अगर आप इस केस में स्क्वायर कंप्लीट करना चाहते हो, तो अगेन द वैल्यू विच इज टू बी एडेड इज 1 by 4. So 2 into 1 by 4 will be minus 1 by 2, and this plus 1 is there, which effectively gets compensated here, right? So this 2 get cancelled out and it becomes u minus 1 by 2 whole square, and here it becomes 2v plus 1 by 2 whole square, which is equivalent to 0. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear to each and every student. A very important piece of information is here now. If sum of 2 perfect squares is 0, right, that is possible if and only if the value in the bracket is equivalent to 0. So when u minus 1 by 2 is 0, u comes out to be 1 by 2. When 2v plus 1 by 2 equals 0, v comes out to be minus 1 by 4. Just put these values here. So LCM comes out to be 4. 2 minus 3 is minus 1 by 4. Correct answer option will be 4. So this is the only way it shall be done so as to make your job easier. और ये ज्यादातर स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं दिखता है, which causes a lot of trouble. तो एक बार प्लीज समझ लो कैसे हमने एक्सपैंड करके यहाँ पर स्क्वायर्स को कंप्लीट किया, तो that way job becomes very easy and quick then. Okay, here it says if x is a positive quantity such that 2 raised to power x equals 3 raised to power log 2 to the base 5, then x is equivalent to. So there is a relation that we need to use here, which is a raised to power log b to the base c is equivalent to b raised to power log a to the base c. So these values gets interchanged. So you will not find this relation in majority of the books. There are hardly a few books wherein such a relation will be mentioned, right? So we just need to interchange 2 and 3, and it can be rewritten as 2 raised to power x equal 2 raised to power log 3 to the base 5. The moment base becomes same on both the ends, we can say it is possible when powers are equal, right? So please check it out. I hope it is clear. And this was the only question, and we can see none of the answer option matches this, right? So in order to get the value which is there in the answer option, we just need to observe the answer options given to me so that we can do our job quite easily. So first option is 1 plus log 5 by 3 to the base 3. It can be rewritten as 1 plus log 5 to the base 3 minus log 3 to the base 3, which is 1. 1 get cancelled out, results in log 5 to the base 3. We can see these two values are not equal, hence eliminated. 8 is 2 cube, so this is equivalent to 3 log 2 to the base 5. Again the two values are not equal, eliminated. When you simplify this, it gives you 1 plus log 3 to the base 5 minus log 5 to the base 5, which is 1. 1 and 1 get cancelled out, results in the desired value itself. So correct answer option comes out to be out. So guys, please check it out. After even solving, we were not getting the desired answer option. So we just need to study the answer options, simplify them. That will be an easier way of doing it. Instead of working with log 3 to the base 5 and trying to generate the values in the option, better is you simplify answer options. Okay, so let's do it now. By multiplying three real numbers A, B, C, he took one of the numbers as 73 instead of 37. ये नंबर उसने 37 लेना था, बट उसने ले क्या लिया, उसे बाय मिस्टेक 73. As a result, the product went up by 720. It means इन दोनों का जो डिफरेंस है that is given to you, which is 720. So 73 BC minus 37 BC. 13 minus 7 will be 6. 6 minus 3 will be 3. 36 times B into C is 720. So B into C comes out to be 20. Question says then the minimum possible value of the sum of squares of the other two numbers is. So we need to find the minimum value of B square plus C square. So when product of two numbers is given to you, in that case, can I say the value will be minimum of the sum when the two values are equal? So when B equals C, it gives us B square equal 20. So B will be equivalent to root 20 or C will be equivalent to root 20. So B square and C square are still going to be 20 plus 20. So the sum comes out to be 40, which is the required answer in this case. So please check it out. If any student has a doubt, do let me know. Okay. Here it says points E, F, G, H lie on the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively of a square ABCD. If EFGH is also a square whose area is 62.5% of that of ABCD and CG is longer than EB, then the ratio of length of EB to that of CG is. Now in order to solve it, it's again like we just need to draw a square for understanding this particular case. So just give me a sec. Let me insert a square for you. So this is what a square will look like. So it is ABCD with points E, F, G, H lying on the sides AB, BC, CD and DA such that EFGH is also a square. And given to me is CG is longer than EB. So E यहाँ पर आएगा, F यहाँ पर, G यहाँ पर, H यहाँ पर. तो CG अगर आपका BE से लॉन्गर है तो आप G को मिड पॉइंट से इधर कहीं पे रखोगे और E को कुछ यहां पे रखोगे, तो आपका जो स्क्वायर फॉर्मेशन होगा इट विल बी समथिंग लाइक दिस. Right? So if I consider that the side of given square ABCD is A, what we are required to figure out is the side of EFGH. Only then we will be able to build some relation between areas of the two squares. Right? Or you can take it like this also. If its side is A and this side is B, then area of the larger square is A square and that of the smaller square is B square, and it is given to me area of EFGH is 62.5% of this, which is nothing but 5 by 8. So that will straightway enable you to figure out the relation between the sides. Right? So what we are required is ratio of length of EB to that of CG. So because it is a case of square which is EFGH, can I say that all these triangles which are there on the side shall be congruent triangles? If these triangles are not congruent, in the sense if these distances are not equal, then it will not frame a square. Just because of the same, you can take up any value of CG and DG. So DG is equivalent to EB. Effectively, we are required ratio between these two. So if I assume this CG to be 1 and DG to be X, that will make our job very easy and quick to figure out answers, right? So if this is X, that is 1, that will give me the value of B, right? This is only B. So B comes out to be, B square will be equivalent to X square plus 1. So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. Right, so B square will be equivalent to X square plus 1. Right. Then on the other side, if I put this value here, so A square comes out to be 8 by 5 times X square plus 1. Or A will be equivalent to square root of this 8 by 5 of X square plus 1. So this is A, out of which this is DG, and we are required the length of CG. But still, if I talk about, none of the values are independent of X. कोई भी X से independent बना ही नहीं अभी, right? Which means there must be some other relation that we need to use so that we can simplify this, right? So in order to make your equation better in these kind of cases, we must ensure that the values chosen are very, very interconnected to each other. That will make your job very easy. So the moment you are trying to frame equation, here I can say, if this value I am taking as X, so this will be A minus X, because the total is A. And already there is a relation which we have built between them. So this will be A minus X. Other equation that we can write here will be X square plus A minus X whole square is equivalent to B square, right? So now when you open this, it gives you X square plus A square plus X square minus 2AX is equivalent to B square. Now again we need to think of, can we try to figure out some relation between A and X, right? So the moment you put value of B square as 5 by 8 A square, you will be getting a quadratic in terms of X now. So 2x square into 8 comes out to be 16x square. So 8 into a square will be 8a square, and minus 5a square comes out to be plus 3a square. Along with it, it will be 8 into 2 minus 16ax, which is equivalent to 0. So if it is a quadratic in terms of, let's say, x, so we can always break middle term, and that will enable me to find the value of x in terms of a, or the value of a in terms of x. So इस केस में 16 into 3 is 48. तो हमें मिडिल टर्म को ब्रेक करना है जिससे इनका सम 48 बने. तो that can be 12 and 4. तो you can write it very quickly. Minus 12ax minus 4ax plus 3a square is equivalent to 0. The moment you will take 4x common between these two, leftover is 4x minus 3a, and you can take minus of a common here, results in 4x minus 3a equals 0, gives you either 4x is equal to a or 4x is equivalent to 3a, which means x is either equal to a by 4 or 3 by 4a. So if x is 1 by 4 of a, so that fits in. This will be smaller, that will be larger. But when you take x as 3 by 4 of a, then this becomes smaller, this becomes larger. As we are given CG is more than GD, then x must be equivalent to a by 4 only. So if x is a by 4, then a minus a by 4 will be 3 by 4a, which gives you the ratio as 1:3. So correct answer option will be 4. Right? तो यहां पर अक्सर स्टूडेंट मल्टीपल वेरिएबल पिक कर लेते हैं, जिसकी वजह से कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ होता है. राइट, कोशिश करो आप कम से कम वेरिएबल चूज करके अपना इक्वेशन सिंप्लीफाई करने की. राइट, और इन द एंड ये दिखना भी चाहिए, समझ भी आना चाहिए. चाहे ए और एक्स दो वेरिएबल दिख रहे थे, बट स्टिल दैट इज अ क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन व्हिच कैन बी सिंप्लीफाइड वेरी इजीली. राइट, Okay, here he says a right circular cone of height 12 feet stands on its base which has diameter 8 feet. So height हमें cone का दे रखा है 12 and base का diameter is 8, which means its radius will be 4. The tip of the cone is cut off with a plane which is parallel to the base and 9 feet from the base. So now this is 3 feet, this is 9 feet. With pi equal to 22 by 7, the volume in cubic feet of the remaining part of the cone is. So this remaining part is called frustum of cone, and volume of frustum will be 1 by 3 of height of the frustum into area of base plus area of top plus square root of area of base into area of top. So please write it down. Again, it is not a very common formula which you will get. So here the height of frustum is 9. Area of base can be calculated very easily. It is pi r square, so it is 16 pi. If you want to calculate area of top, we are required this much of length. So in triangle ABC and ADE, we can see that AB and AB and AD are in the ratio 3 by 12, which is 1 by 4. So these two must be in the very same ratio. So this comes out to be 1. So its area comes out to be pi into 1 square, which is pi. And here it will be square root of the product of these two, which comes out to be 4 pi. 3 3s are 9 get cancelled out. 16 plus 4, 20 plus 1, 21. 21 into 3 comes out to be a volume of 63 pi. As we are given, we need to use pi as 22 by 7, right? So 7 times 9 is 63, and 9 into 22 comes out to be 9 to the 18 plus 1, 19, which is 198. So please check it out. I hope the relation is clear to each and every student. Here it says log 81 to the base 12 equal p. Then we need to find this value, which is 3 times 4 minus p upon 4 plus p. And we can see all the answer options are in terms of p only, right? Not p, rather log only. So in this case, if I observe p is equivalent to log of 81 to the base 12. So 81 को तो आप लिख सकते हो 3 raised to power 4, बट इस 12 को आप कुछ नहीं कर पाओगे, राइट? सो टू मेक जॉब इजियर, मैं इस 81 को लिख रहा हूं 3 raised to power 4, और 4 आपका बाहर आ जाएगा जो p के डिनोमिनेटर में आ जाएगा. सो कहने से p by 4 इक्वल log 3 to the base 12. और इसे थोड़ा सा अगर आप मॉडिफाई कर लो, योर जॉब विल लुक इवन इजियर. It can be rewritten as 1 minus p by 4 upon 1 plus p by 4. Now substitute this value here. It becomes 3 into 1 minus log 3 to the base 12 upon 1 plus log 3 to the base 12, and 1 can be treated as log 12 to the base 12, right? So when you take 1 as log 12 to the base 12, because of minus sign, it will be log 12 by 3 to the base 12 divided by log 12 into 3 to the base 12, right? So 3 4s are 12, यहां पर कट जाएगा. 12 into 3 is 36. Right? So whenever we have such a situation, when base is same, you can remove the base and you can rewrite this as it is log 4 to the base 36. Now if I check my answer options, still none of the answer option is matching with it. So this 4 is 2 square and this 36 is 6 square. If the power of this number and base is same, so they can be cancelled out. Now when you take 3 in the power, it becomes log of 2 cube is 8 to the base 6. So the correct answer option comes out to be 2. तो इस क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा सा हमें मॉडिफिकेशन करना पड़ा, so as to make answer as good as the values which are there in the options itself. So please check it out. If any student has a doubt in this, do let me know. Here he says train T leaves station X for station Y at 3 p.m. Train S traveling at 3/4 of the speed of t leaves Y for X at 4 p.m. So यहां से ट्रेन S चला at 4 p.m. और हमें स्पीड्स का रिलेशन गिवन है. स्पीड ऑफ S is 3/4 of this. So कैन आई से अगर इसका स्पीड 4s है तो इसका स्पीड 3s होगा. The two trains pass each other at a station Z, where the distance between X and Z is 3/5 of that distance between X and Y. तो अगर मैं एक्स वाई का डिस्टेंस 5d लेकर चलूं तो एक्स जेड का डिस्टेंस इज 3/5 of 5d which is 3d. तो this will be another 2d. How many hours does train T take for its journey from X to Y? ट्रेन T को कितना टाइम लगेगा X से Y जाने के लिए, ये हमें बताना है. राइट तो अगर मेरे को ये पता चल जाए दोनों ट्रेन कितने टाइम के बाद मिलती हैं, सो माई जॉब विल बी वेरी इजी एंड क्विक टू सॉल्व इट. राइट सो कैन आई से द टाइम टेकन बाय टू ट्रेन्स टू मीट एट एनी पॉइंट विल बी डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देम अपॉन रिलेटिव स्पीड. सो व्हेन दे आर मूविंग इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन स्पीड्स आर टू बी एडेड. बट आप स्पीड ऐड कब कर सकते हो? व्हेन बोथ ऑफ देम स्टार्टेड एट द सेम टाइम. तो मेरे को पहले करना क्या होगा? ये 3 बजे चला, ये 4 बजे चलेगा, तो मेरे को सबसे पहले इनको सेम टाइम पे लाना होगा. ओनली देन वी कैन अप्लाई द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ रिलेटिव स्पीड. सो इसका स्पीड आपको दे रखा था 4s किलोमीटर पर आवर. तो 1 आवर में जो डिस्टेंस कवर करेगा डेट विल बी 4s. So at 4 p.m. this train will be here, that train will be there. Now the distance between two trains will be 5d minus 4s, which is covered by the two trains at a relative speed of 7s. So this is the time taken by the two trains to meet at point Z. तो एक बार ये प्लीज सभी स्टूडेंट्स देख लो. आई होप ये सभी को क्लियर होगा. राइट अब इस केस को फर्दर सॉल्व करने के लिए अगर आपने अ टोटल ऑफ 5d डिस्टेंस कवर करना है एट अ स्पीड ऑफ 4s, तो आपको टाइम कितना लगेगा? टाइम इज डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. तो मेरे को d अपॉन s का वैल्यू चाहिए टाइम निकालने के लिए. और मेरे को अब पता क्या है कि इस ट्रेन ने जब यहां से चला 3 बजे, राइट 1 आवर पहले ट्रेवल किया, इसके बाद इतना टाइम और लगा यहां पहुंचने के लिए. राइट सो इसने जो डिस्टेंस कवर किया उस चीज को मैं पिक कर सकता हूं यहां पे. राइट क्या मैं यूं बोलूं कि इसने यहां से यहां तक जितना टाइम लिया, कैन आई से दैट विल बी 3d अपॉन 4s. राइट इसमें से अगर मैं फर्स्ट 1 आवर हटा दूं तो दिस मस्ट बी इक्वलेंट टू 5d माइनस 4s अपॉन 7s. फर्स्ट 1 आवर अगर हम हटा दें तो ये जो टाइम था यही हमने निकाला था. तो दिस विल एनेबल मी टू बिल्ड अ रिलेशन बिटवीन d एंड s एंड जॉब डन. तो यहां पर आप एलसीएम ले लीजिए 4s, इट विल बी 3d माइनस 4s अपॉन 4s equal 5d minus 4s upon 7s. S and s get cancelled out. On cross multiplication it becomes, so 21d minus 20d is d. 28 minus 16 comes out to be 12s. हमें चाहिए क्या था? d upon s which is 1 by 12. तो अगर ट्रेन T ने 5d डिस्टेंस कवर किया at the speed of 4s, time taken will be 5d upon 4s. So 5 by 4 into 1 by 12 comes out to be 5 by 48. But the answer required in this case is in hours. So just multiply it with 60. Right, so 12 5s are 60, 12 4s are 48, so it comes out to be 25 by 4 hours. So please check it out. I hope it should be clear to each and every student now. Right. So let's keep this much for this particular session. We'll be continuing with the rest of the part in next class. So MBA 2021 mock test marathon will give you give last push to your preparation, you will be getting to full-length mock test for CAT per week, 3 sectional tests per week to full-length mock test for OMATs per month, and detailed video analysis of all mock and sectional tests will be given to you. India's biggest weekly scholarship test for CAT aspirants is always conducted on Sunday at 12 p.m. You can use my code SREEN10 to win scholarship from a pool of rupee 55 lakhs. And you can see the prizes which are listed on the right hand side of the screen. And on the left of it is the scan code through which you can start your enrollment process, which is free of cost. So I am Ajay Sreen. I conduct my special classes at Unacademy's Learners app on an almost regular basis, daily basis, which is on DILR brainstorming, which are very helpful to the students in improving their score in either, you can say, mock test or actual exams. So do attend these videos. You just need to use my code SREEN10 to access the same. Do subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and don't forget to use my referral code SREEN10 to get 10% off on your next Unacademy subscription. So thank you guys. Thank you.